News Talk Radio, CJAD 800.
I do not remember defending myself, but I must have defended myself because this arm was every color, yellow, black, and blue, whatever. And I still am being treated for my shoulder and arm that really I can't use, the pain. So I know that I have to have seen whoever did this because I tried to defend myself. I mean, that wasn't the major problem was, of course, the brain injury and the cracked skull and concussion and all that stuff. But I did lift my arm. I must have because my arm was all injured. My day-to-day now and right through the year has been very painful, physically painful. New things keep coming out as time goes on. I was treated for the vertigo, and I was treated for my hands and the pain in my arms and my hands. However, I still can't put my arms behind me. I'm still having some vertigo, but mostly now I'm being treated for major pain in my neck. I have physiotherapy 3 times a week and occupational therapy twice a week, working on my neck, which is very painful. I can't describe it. If I'm reading something, when I try to pick up my head, I can't, it won't, So I'm having a lot of pain. My day-to-day through this year, my day-to-day fears, when I go into the garage, as I drive in, I sit in the car and I watch both sides of my car very carefully to make sure nobody's running in under the garage because I was told that's what happened. Once I get out of my car, I will sometimes walk backwards or walk forwards when I should be walking backwards. When I go to my car, when I'm going into the car, I go into the garage and I will very often walk backwards all the way to my car to make sure there's nobody waiting on the other side. When I stick my head out of my door to get my Gazette, I had the apartment put up a mirror on the wall because the wall turns and you can't see to make sure that there's nobody lurking behind the wall. Before I bend down to get the Gazette, I will absolutely check both sides of the corridor very carefully to make sure there's nobody there. Yeah, I'm living with those kind of fears on a daily basis, and I probably will forever.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel angry. It makes me feel sad because it's not me. I never was a fearful person. I had no fear of anything ever, except for slippery ice. I never had a fear of anything or anybody. And now I'm living with these fears, and it makes me feel sad that this is what happened to me, because this is not me. I was above that. But I'm hoping to get over them one day, maybe. But it's the pain, the daily, living with the daily pain of the neck and the shoulders and the arms, having to buy bras that do up in the front. Little things like that, having to use a special knife that I got from occupational therapy at Lethbridge to cut my vegetables because my hands wouldn't hold a regular knife properly. It's little things like that that become very bothersome. Through your normal day, you run into many small things like that somebody might think is crazy, but is very burden. It's a burden to have to go, do these things in a different way than you used to do them. I'm not happy with myself living in fear.